Hi everyone, I'm Natasha and my topic for science today will be learning about the food chain. But before that, we need to know the basics before going on to the poplet. So what is a food chain? A food chain shows a food relationship or energy transfer between different organisms. A food chain is also a linear sequence of links in a food web starting from a tropic species that eats no other species in the web and ends at a tropic species that is eaten by no other species in the web. What are the different types of consumers in the food chain? Consumers can be divided into herbivores, also known as plant eaters, carnivores, also known as animal eaters, and omnivores, also known as the plant and animal eaters. And lastly, are there really only one food producer in life? Yes, there is, and plants are the only food producer because they are able to make food using the sun's energy. Now we will go to the poplet. So this is the poplet. Now, I am loading up a picture of a sun for you. The sun is our main source of energy, and so it is very important in the environment. Without the sun, there would be no life on Earth, and every one of us will die. Next, we have the plants. The plants are very dependent on the sun because they make food using the sun's energy. As I told you earlier, the plants are the only food producer because they are able to make food using the sun's energy. After the plants, we have the grasshopper, which eats the plants. It is the primary consumer. Primary consumers can either be a herbivore or an omnivore because it eats the plant directly. The energy transfer from the plants to the grasshopper is only around 90%. Because some energy are used up for the plants to make food. After that, we have the snake, which eats the grasshopper. It is the secondary consumer. And the snake is a carnivore. The energy transfer from the plants to the snake is only around 70%. After the snake, we have the last level of the food chain, which is the tertiary consumer. And for an example here, we have the hawk. The hawk is a carnivore, but the energy transfer from the plant to the hawk is only around 40%. Look at the energy decrease from the plant to the grasshopper, from the grasshopper to the snake, and from the snake to the hawk. Why is there a decrease? It is because some energy are used up for life processes. So this is the mind map. And for a better summary, let us watch a YouTube video that will summarize whatever that I've shared.
Hey, lucky man, can you give a bite to me? If I tell you something about pizza and food, would you give a piece? Okay, tell me, do you know where all food comes from? Wow, you are right. We humans get all our food from animals and plants. Let me tell you more about food. Plants are only living species who make their own food. They use sunlight, carbon dioxide from air, and water from soil to make their food. This process is called photosynthesis. So now you know plants make their own food. All other species, like animals and we humans, are dependent on plants. Now see, a giraffe is coming. It is eating the plant. Species who only eat plant are called herbivores. Oh, what is happening? A lion is coming. Oh, it is attacking the giraffe. Oh, it has killed the giraffe and is eating it. Species which eat other animals are called carnivores. So you have seen plants make their own food. Other animals eat plants, and some other animals eat those animals who eat plants. So all are dependent on plants. This is also called food chain. It starts from plants. In food chain, plants are known as producers as they produce food. The species who eat plants are called primary consumers, and the species who eat species dependent on plants are called secondary consumers. Now, there is one more part of this food chain. These are fungi and bacteria in soil. When animals die, these fungi and bacteria in soil decompose from plant. And snake eats rats. Eagle eats rat. Eagle dies. It gets decomposed, and plants use decomposed nutrients to produce fruit. The food chains which we saw, which have one producer, one primary consumer, and one secondary consumer, are called simple food chains. Actually, life is not so simple. Look at this picture. This is very complex. Look at the rat. It can be eaten by cat also, or it may be eaten by snake. Plant can be eaten by goat or by rabbit. These kind of complex food chains are called food web, as they are very interconnected, like a spider web. So now you know a lot about food, food chain, and food web.
So these are the important notes, and hope you've learned from my poplet and my video. Thank you.